The video went viral on TikTok. A few weeks later, this guy who's pretty big, has a pretty big following. In fact, his partner, she's
okay, no names,
no names,
but
I'm saying
this person
this person should know better because he's bigger in the industry. He's surrounded by people who've been in the industry for a while, and like, you know, like, you shouldn't be doing that. Like, why are you like stealing content from smaller creators and passing it off as your own? Basically, he went to the same boba shop after me, took the exact same video, put the exact same text,
like literally the same text, but just like a different font, like, actually.
Yes. And what's funny is the only reason why I found out is because he used my audio.
It's not a popular spot. That's like I think that's what my point was trying to make, because I'm like, it's for sure a hidden gem, and it was for sure like a local favorite
until
Nina's for sure it didn't get popular until I had posted about it. So you can't say that this is like the most popular spot
because it's only been popular for one day.
Like literally like 2 days or something, and then like saying like, oh, covering like, oh yeah, you guys told me about this like popular spot, blah blah blah. And the thing is too, at the time, I don't think people really understood why I was posting a lot of San Diego content.
Good. Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of
Just One Bite.
My name is Tiff at Take One for the Road.
And I'm Nina at Psycho One, or wait, at Psycho Food. Wow, maybe I just like forgot who I am. Like quarter life crisis. But yeah, no, I mean, nice to see you again. Yeah,
it's been too long.
Yeah, but yeah, it's just like I know last week we had like a really cool update of Tiff being in Bali and going to NorCal. So hopefully you're more rested.
Yeah, got a little more sleep.
Yeah, but yeah, I guess just like general like updates on what we've been like up to. I dyed my hair. I don't know if you guys like noticed before, but I dyed it like a cherry-ish red.
I love it.
But it ended up it was actually a collaboration with On Salon in Buena Park. It's on Beach Boulevard if you guys are familiar with that area, but they're like a Korean, I mean just the stylists were all like Korean, and I have never dyed my hair before.
Oh, yeah, you had virgin hair.
Yes, so I've always been non like committal, I guess, when it like comes to like hair and everything, and I just thought that red was a bit more subtle, and I didn't want to bleach my hair, and so I actually liked that they didn't bleach my hair. I mean obviously they use like whatever chemical, and it took like an hour. I had a lot of hair. I should have taken a picture of like all the hair that was on the floor, but it took like an hour just to get all like the tin foil on my hair. Yeah, but then
it looks healthy. That's why I'm so shocked.
Like, I mean, I guess
it looks really good.
Yeah, I was actually surprised because I feel like before getting my hair dyed, I was worried because I do think my hair quality is pretty like healthy, and then I was afraid of just bleaching it, and especially like bleaching to the root or something. But she did a really good job. It's like a non-bleach thing. And then I think after like an hour of putting the tin thing on my hair, sitting there for like however long, we went to the bathtub thing for when they wash your hair, and then they put like a red shampoo or something, and then I sat there, or I was laying down there for like maybe 15-20 minutes. I actually wondered if I was there for longer because I fully like started sleeping, and then like the stylist, she like comes to me and I'm like,
good morning.
Yeah, and
rise or shine.
And I was surprised because I'm like, I slept during that time rather than just like when it was I guess they were putting the thing in my hair. It was
probably so relaxing, and you were probably so exhausted.
Yeah, just like sitting there. Yeah. But they gave me snacks, so I was appreciative of that. And then I think I was at the salon for like maybe 4-ish hours, so quite a long time.
That's a long time.
It is a long time, yeah. And I'm not really used to like not trying to wash my hair because the first, I guess, time that you like dye your hair, you have to like wait at least like 48 or even like 72 hours. And then I am someone who washes my hair every day. Like I cannot like wash it every other day or something, just because I feel like my head gets really like oily.
Yeah.
And I think my hair is already naturally like pretty thick, so I don't need to have like the every other system or hair days. But now after that week or so has passed, I'm like washing it a bit more often.
Yeah, no, it
But,
looks really good, Nina.
yeah, I think you'll see it mostly like in the light, but
Yeah.
I asked for like a red balayage, but then she ended up doing highlights, which I think is better.
I think it's cute.
Yeah, and plus I like having dark hair. I feel like if I have light hair, it would make me look old, so I don't want to do that.
It might like wash you out a bit.
Yeah, and already I'm still getting used to this hair because it is a little bit lighter, and I do feel like it makes me look more pale or something. I don't know. Like I just look more like not like, I don't know.
You're still like getting used to it.
Yeah,
I feel
yeah.
like,
Yeah, and then when I washed my hair for like the first time, it was all red. So I'm just like,
whoa.
yeah. But
Parting the Red Sea.
I know, but yeah, it's like a new era, so hopefully.
Yeah, no, it looks really good, Nina.
Yeah, but I feel like I haven't really like, or actually maybe by now, if you're following me, I've probably slowly starting to integrate videos where I had red hair, because obviously I have to do like collabs and stuff.
Yeah.
But then I was a little paranoid because I was like, oh my gosh, are people gonna be like, oh my god, now her hair is black, now it's red?
Nah,
But-
I feel like people won't notice.
Yeah, I think it's subtle enough because I wanted it to
Yeah.
be subtle.
Yeah, it'll be okay.
Yeah, but yeah, I feel like also one of my friends, our friends Chris, she was also wanting to get her hair like dyed, and she also has like dark hair too, and she hasn't dyed it in like more than like a decade or something. Or actually maybe not a decade, just like a really long time.
Did she set her appointment? Is she going?
Yeah, I think it's coming up soon, but then she's thinking about doing green. But it's funny because I think she was also thinking of doing red, and then I was like, wait, I kind of want to do red too. So it's I kind of copied her, but then she decided to do
You know,
green.
It'd be cute is for Halloween you dressed up as like Kim Possible because
Oh,
have the red
yeah.
hair, and then because she wants to do green,
She
could be
Shigo.
Shigo.
That's
her
cool.
hair kind of looks like Shigo's, like
Yeah,
it's very
yeah.
big and wavy.
Mhm. Yeah, it's funny because I was Kim Possible at one time.
I feel like what weren't you? Like you were Kung Fu Panda one year.
Oh,
you were,
yeah.
like, Jollibee Chicken one year.
I wanted like something unique, but I always feel like I want like a good costume
Same,
for
I'm the
Halloween.
same way.
Yeah, I don't want to like look like everyone else. Like there was this one year where it was like when Despicable Me came out, and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna be so cute. I'll be like one of the minions.
Yeah.
Every freaking person was a minion. And then I was like, I should have done something else. But my mom made a really good costume for me. She made like the goggles. She like dyed like a beanie yellow.
That's
And
cute.
then or she dyed a beanie yellow or something, and then she got is it pipe cleaners, the one that are like the fuzzy?
Yeah, the fuzzy sticks.
So she like cut holes into the beanie and then made
put
the
it-
like
yeah,
hair.
It looks like they're strands.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, your mom's so creative.
Yeah, she's pretty
I
creative.
feel like that's where you get your creativity
for sure.
from.
Yeah. I think I get my creativity from her, but then I guess maybe my personality from my dad,
Yeah.
because my dad is pretty like talkative.
He's
and
very
stuff.
charismatic.
Yeah,
I
he's
love
very-
your dad. I mean, I love both your parents. They're awesome.
Yeah, but yeah, nothing much. But I think this episode, people were like wondering why it's titled.
Oh yeah, tell them
Yeah.
why you titled it that.
Yeah, no, people are copying us. I mean,
Yeah.
I think this is kind of, it's not like a bad thing like all the time, but it's just something that I'm like noticing like a little bit more.
Well, for
like,
you,
often.
it's very obvious because it just like looks just like your. I mean, more people are copying your videos for sure.
Yeah.
Like you can tell every time it pops up. I'm like, I think like it looks just like Nina's.
Yeah, so I guess like I don't mind like when people like like trends are like happening like all the time, and I don't mind being like if people have like similar like
Or
concepts.
you don't mind
you know?
if they're like inspired by you, but
Yeah.
give them like credit for it. You know, the IB credit.
Yeah,
that
we just
finally learned.
we
means
just
inspired by.
yeah.
It's there for like people do it for a reason, and you know, like give credit where credit's due.
Yeah, but I mean, we've had like me and Tiff have talked about this like in the past too, because we've had like people like straight up like
Steal our content.
copy exactly like what the video is, like especially like Tiff too, like,
And it's like by someone. Okay, scandalous news. Tea basically. So last year I posted like a video of, I went to this one boba shop type thing, and basically they had these drinks that had little teacups on teapots on top of it that they would put dry ice in, so it would have this really cool like dry ice fog effect on the drinks. And then I put a pretty popular trending sound behind it and like some text over the video. The video went viral on TikTok, and like a few weeks later, this guy who's pretty big, has a pretty big following. In fact, his partner, she's
you don't know. Yeah.
Okay, never
No,
mind.
don't say that. Okay, no names.
No names.
No names, but
I'm saying
this person.
This person should know better because he's bigger in the industry. He's surrounded by people who've been in the industry for a while, and like, you know, like you shouldn't be doing that. Like, why are you like stealing content from smaller creators and passing it off as your own? Basically, he went to the same boba shop after me, took the exact same video, put the exact same text,
like literally the same text, but just like a different font, like actually.
Yes. And what's funny is the only reason why I found out is because he used my audio.
Yeah, like so her actual audio.
My audio, like if you use the, like sometimes when you find a video and you click use audio, like technically it's like not my audio, it's like the singer's audio or whatever, but because he must have clicked it from my video to use audio, it notified me being like, this person used your audio in their most recent post. I go click on it, it's identical to my video.
Yeah.
And I'm like appalled because I'm like, you're a big creator and you're trying to like monetize off a little creator like me and steal my idea and my content. Like the least you could do is like, the bare minimum should have been like, give me credit or something.
Yeah, if you really wanted to have something as identical to,
like, it shouldn't even be identical. Like when it's inspired by, it's like inspired by for a reason.
Sure, yeah.
But it was like,
it was literally the same.
It basically looked like he dripped like he just took my video.
Yeah. And she was pretty like I'm pretty sure you were like the first person who had
I was the very first person
who featured this restaurant, or who did like a collaboration with them. And then I was like, oh yeah, that's cool. And then literally like it felt like someone sought it out and then like wanted to do something like that you did that went viral, do the exact same thing. Like I feel like it's common though, you know, like in the food space.
It's definitely been happening a lot because you see smaller creators now voicing like they're coming out being like, bigger creators are taking my content, my ideas and stuff, and making it basically posting it as if it was their own idea, and it's just like such a bummer, you know,
because like I feel like in this creator space it's gonna be common where you have to like review the same product or you go to the same restaurant because they reached out to you for a collaboration or whatever, but then
you can make it your own style.
Yeah, you can make it your own style, but there's people out there who will like use the same script,
same format,
same script, same shots. Like obviously like everyone has like their own creative eye, but I'm telling you, there's literally people out there who will do frame by frame. Like if you pan from left to right, they'll also pan from left to right.
It's
like,
a little scary.
But then the one that's bad is like when it's the exact like wording.
And it was literally that. And then I was like consulting you guys and like the girly pops, and then
like how do
I address this? And because I'm non-confrontational, but one of the girls helped me come up with a draft, and then I sent it to him just like kindly being like, oh, like I noticed this looks identical to my video, like I would have appreciated like I don't know, just some sort of
created by or something like that,
you know. He's like, no problem. And then he like edits his Instagram caption but it's not giving me credit for like my video idea. It's like, thanks, Take One for the Road, for finding the spot.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
but you didn't acknowledge that you copied the video. Yeah.
But then I was like, dude, I don't have time and energy to like keep like going back and forth with him on this, because clearly he doesn't want to acknowledge that he stole my content.
And it makes me like curious if like you've done that before.
Oh, I'm sure
you know?
he's done it before, and he's gotten away with it probably because he's a bigger creator.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate because he's just basically taking advantage of smaller creators and monetizing off of other people's hard work instead of coming up with his own content ideas.
Yeah, like it's okay for you to go to the same places, but then to have like the same
videos,
yeah.
same tech.
And it wasn't even like a trend either.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
It was just like a trending sound, but
yeah, and that's like different. Like I had some like kind of a similar story with like the what you have mentioned about like, oh, he was like, oh, thanks for finding this place. So my boyfriend, he lives in San Diego, and he introduced me to this one local shop that only the locals know. And then people like literally only like that neighborhood knows. Like it's impossible for like anyone who's not from that area to not know about this place, but it's also impossible for other people like to know that place either. And they had no like social media, really, like no one posting about them, no one collaborating. I even like looked in their tags, and my boyfriend had told me like, yeah, they've been here for like years, but then nobody has ever posted, like otherwise I would have probably seen it. And he was like, you should like feature this place, you should feature. And then like I've gone there like multiple times, and then I was like, oh, the food is actually good. And I feel like by the fifth time or fourth time or whatever that I had gone there, I was like, okay, let me just do like a quick video. And I'm not even like, I don't have any makeup on in that video, funny enough. And then
it blows up.
It like I posted about it blows the heck up, and people like in San Diego too are like, oh my gosh, I didn't even know this place is, or I didn't know about this place, but it's so good. And then
I feel like you still to this day get recognized for that video.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, I hope so.
Recognize Nina. Like we'll go out and people will be like, are you that foodie like from San Diego? Da, da, da.
Yeah, I think the San Diego one is more common, but I guess that's also a backstory too, because I'm gonna touch on that too. But for this like video, and then even like people, I feel bad too because some of the locals are like, dang, you ruined it for us, like I can't believe you blew this spot up, this is our plate.
But,
like
hey, the business owners were very
they were so
and
nice,
thankful to you, because I think they in the end did need the help, you know.
And I think
at the end of the day, that's why we do what we do, not just because we love food, it's because we want to help support these business owners.
And I like remember going back there. I just went back there like after the video like blew up, because I think they messaged me. They were like, oh, like it's crazy, like oh my gosh, like thank you, blah blah blah. But I didn't tell them that I was coming in like the next time that I was going, because I was just like, I just want poke. But then there were so many people there, and then I like stood in the line though. Aww. and then I was like fully ready to like pay, and then they like recognized me, like the girl or like the family who runs that place, and then they were like, no, like you don't pay, like you get it for life. And I was like, no,
Wait,
I will pay.
So
and it's so funny because they're like, oh my god, we'll take picture. You're the one from Snapchat. And I was like, yes, Snapchat. I'm from Snapchat. Because they're a little bit older, so I was just like, I'm not gonna say, like, I'm not gonna correct you.
Miss social media.
But then like we take pictures, and like it's so nice because I think like
you gotta, like, give
even
them
when
an
I go back,
so
and
they could put your face on the wall.
Literally, like I came with my boyfriend too, and they prepared like his own poke box. Like they gave us like like the lunch those insulated lunch box with the designs that you get from like Hawaii. So they gave one to me and my boyfriend. They gave like
so
and then
cute.
they put like Mr. Psycho like on it.
Wait,
and
that's really cute.
And it's actually funny because that's where I came up with
Mr. Psycho.
When I call my boyfriend, like if I post about him on my stories or whatever, I'll refer to him as Mr. Psycho.
Yeah.
And that's actually where like
It
I got it from.
Aww.
And then yeah, so every time I see them, and or if I see the owners, they always like recognize me, and I'm like always like appreciative of them. But then yeah, when I went there, I was like, if I like blew up, and then I was like, but this is awesome though, because I mean like they had so much like business, and they said that they've been like they were so busy for like, and it just like came out of nowhere that like obviously that they ran out like the first like couple days that it had happened. But yeah, anyways, like that video like literally like blew up in like 2 days. Like it was almost
huge.
It was literally like, I think it was immediately like 500,000 views on this like video. And then like literally like 2 days later, I see another creator, I won't say names either, but also a very big creator like went to San Diego, and they're like, oh, you guys told me about this local spot that like I need to go to, and then it blew the heck up. But then it was also like, I don't think anyone was telling that creator.
Saw your viral video and was like, oh, I'm gonna make the same video because I see it's doing
Really well. Yeah, but it was just like so close to when I had posted. Like
it was literally right after.
Yeah,
you had to have seen it, immediately go down there.
Yeah, and it's not an easy trek to get to. It was like there was a specific phrasing in the video that was like, oh, you guys told me about to go to this spot, and
it's BS.
Like you guys said that it was like all pop or whatever, but then
I think this isn't the first time.
It's not a popular spot. That's like I think that's what my point was trying to make, because I'm like, it's for sure a hidden gem, and it was for sure like a local favorite
until
Nina's and then yeah, no, for sure it didn't get popular until I had posted about it. So you can't say that this is like the most popular spot
because it's only been popular for one day.
Like literally like 2 days or something, and then like saying like, oh, covering like, oh yeah, you guys told me about this like popular spot, blah blah blah. And the thing is too, at the time, I don't think people really understood why I was posting a lot of San Diego content. And the reason is because my boyfriend even now still lives in San Diego, but they're like a national city and like close to Chula Vista. Okay. So that's like deep south to San Diego. So that's why I'm saying like, I don't think people like would know, especially like if you're like in San Diego. I don't even think San Diego people like
go trek
like
down
there. Go all the way down there.
That this guy made the trek all the way from up here, and he wasn't even posting other San Diego content. That's one. So it's like. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like
so that's what I'm like trying to like lead to too, because I don't think people realize like why I was posting like San Diego stuff, but like I'm saying, my boyfriend lives in San Diego, so that's why I actually go there. I go there often, frequently, and obviously like we have our own like adventures, and so he knows all the spots that are good, and he takes me there. So, and I pay for my food, and most of it, and I'm just lucky if there's maybe like some people who would reach out, but a lot of times like I'll be paying for my food, and I'm just like featuring it, and I feel like that's where I built a big like San Diego like following. But then I also started noticing like other creators going down to San Diego like afterwards. And I've had like people come up to me and kind of like prying like, oh I've seen you like being in like San Diego, like, and it's not in a tone that's like, oh, how was your trip to San Diego? It's more like, oh, so I noticed you're like posting a lot in San Diego, like is it for like collaborations and stuff?
It's because they think like Nina's posts are all collabs, and they're trying to get a collab with them too.
Yeah, and then it's not like, and like I said earlier, like most of these places I'm probably like paying for my own food, and I just post about it because I think it's good. And I mean, yes, I still do like collaborations, but it's also like I'll mix in the stuff that I actually like will pay for too. And but yeah, no, people have pride to me like when I come and I'm like, oh yeah, my boyfriend lives in San Diego, so we just had dinner here or whatever. But it's always kind of like a weird conversation. Like I don't know if anyone has had something like similar who would relate to it, because it's just like more prying, you know, than actually intrigued about like what the food is or something that I'm like going to.
creators, some of them, they go into this with like a weird motive,
Mm-hmm.
or they'll befriend you for weird motives. Because I have a story that's kind of similar, not so
Mm-hmm.
much where they're asking me,
Yeah.
but it's like, okay, I'm gonna tell you a story. Basically, I get a lot of PR,
Mm-hmm.
and I always do like PR hauls. Like once in a while, I'll just collect all my PR for like a few weeks, and then I'll just do a PR haul, and I post it all on my stories, being like, unwrap some PR with me. And then I post each brand, everything they send me, a little description of like why I'm excited to try, what am I excited to try, things like that. But I've done this like a few times this year, and I've noticed that there's this one follower I have who she's always like the first to watch those stories.
Mm-hmm.
And
Like a creator, or like,
yeah, like
okay.
a creator. She's small though. She's only got like 1,000 followers, so she's like small. But I
Okay.
met her at like a couple media events, and we've like filmed together a little bit and
Mm-hmm.
stuff for the brand. But I'm not like close or anything. But I noticed she'll start following the brand that I post about in the stories. Like I started catching on because every time I would go on that brand, that would like, after I post a story, sometimes I'll like interact with them a bit more, talk to them, and then I'll go on their page and I'll see that the girl is following them. But some of these brands are like unheard of. Like most, like they have no other followers. There's
too
just no
detached.
way.
Yeah.
You know? So then I noticed that after the first few times, and I was like, maybe I'm like crazy. But even today, like I checked, because I did a PR dump today, where I'll literally go on, like I'll tag all the brands that I post and stuff, and then I go on their feed and see that like that girl is not following them.
Yeah.
Give it like till the end of today. I guarantee you by the end of today, she's going to be following all the brands.
Interesting.
Yes, because I think she literally
Will follow you.
She's like following me to get collaborations.
Yeah.
Not I don't know if she's like I don't know.
Yeah,
Is she just
like it's
doing
like
this for the
feasting
free
for the
stuff,
raw. Yeah.
free food. It's just like
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah. And I mean, like, don't like get us wrong either. Like, we can always find like inspiration like from other people, and then I'll always like see like other creators like post about something like, oh, that's really cool. Like, okay, like I'm actually getting influenced by you to like want to
Yes.
go. But then
But do you genuinely like the brand that you're following? Like that's
Yeah.
fine if you're actually curious and genuinely like are intrigued of trying the brand and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no way that it's like every single brand I post, you're not following them, and then all of a sudden after I post my story dump and you're the first one to watch my stories, all of a sudden you're following all of them.
yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
confused, you know. It's like
And there's no like issue either with like, I guess like reaching out to like brands, but then I feel
that's fine.
yeah, but I feel like if you're following someone and you're just like, it's just, you know, that they're gonna copy you.
yeah. And then
I don't know how to explain it. Like, again, like I'm appreciative of people like really taking like our reviews, really being I guess receptive to what we're sharing online. But if it's for the intention of being like, oh, I just want to work with these brands and take their money, you know, like yeah.
I mean, but it's sad because we know from our own experiences from our friends where people are definitely taking advantage of like small businesses, other creators who maybe give away some of their PR, things like that, where it's like they're going into this with not great intentions.
Yeah, and I feel like if you're someone who will still like genuinely like buy stuff or like buy food or do your own like reviews on whatever makeup products, I feel like you need to kind of mix that into your like brand and content, so at least you're not just like collab, you know? After,
and
or
that's
like
what I noticed about
free
that girl
stuff.
too. It's
Yeah.
just like,
is it just PR?
I feel like a lot of the in-feed posts sometimes are just like collabs maybe, but
Yeah, and it's like not everyone can relate to like getting a PR package. Like if you're someone who's like a regular person with a regular like Instagram who doesn't do PR, I feel like I would be a little annoyed if you're just doing like, you're selling to me in every like episode. I mean, like,
it's just like not, doesn't feel natural, doesn't feel genuine.
yeah.
But
But there's
a lot
some
of times, even like when people send you PR, they ask you for their address and stuff. And for me, it's like sometimes I actually don't even take PR that I don't align with value wise, or just like personally. Like I don't take usually PR for like beer stuff. I don't take, you know, because I don't drink beer, or like weed infused cannabis THC stuff. I get offered PR for that all the time. I politely decline because it just doesn't align with who I am, you know? So that's why I also thought it was weird that it's like, how is it that this person aligns with all these things that like
unless they're like Tiff's best friend who's like waiting to meet her.
Like you're me. It's like now suddenly you're following every brand I'm working with.
Yeah. Yeah,
it's a little sus, but I mean, you know,
there's good creators out there too that I feel like I really love the way that they make their content.
Yes.
And I love like their twist in things.
Yeah.
So as like an example, like the Labubu thing.
So we all know Nina is like
I love
the
Labubus.
spokesperson for Labubu,
yeah,
and like at least the foodie community. I feel like it really blew up because of you, because you were the first one to have the Zmomo, 2 Zmomos.
I do have 2 Zmomos.
A lot of it was like,
it was just cause so initially like my friend our friend Carolyn, she was like getting like Labubus on like Pop Mart, and so I like wanted, like, before I thought they were like ugly. Like I would say like back in like October, November, I was like, these are ugly, I don't want them. And then I'm like, wait, by the end of November, I was like, I kind of want these. And I remember talking to our friend Carolyn, like at Daily Hungry LA. She gave me like the insight on how to actually buy from the Pop Now on the Pop Mart app or the website. And then I was able to get my like Labubus like per her advice. And then I was like obsessed because at the time, the Coca-Cola Labubu was not available yet. And so it not available in the US. And then I was like, oh my God, I feel like I'm going crazy because I want that so bad. It's so cute.
And you made a lot of like TikToks.
I made a lot of TikToks about it because I was just like, I think I was just frustrated in a funny way.
They weren't available here.
They were, yeah, it was in a funny way though. And I was just like, put a green screen behind me, and I was like, why aren't these available in the US? Like, it's only like an Asia exclusive or like, and whatever. And then like, I kept posting like updates because I guess my timing was just really good because they were like, oh, announcing release in the US. And I'm like, okay, now we finally got a release. And then I was just like updating, and then I feel like those videos, I was having fun with them, and I was just I was literally just doing whatever. I literally was only doing it for myself, and it just so happened that like some of these videos started picking up, and I was like, oh my God, like
going viral.
It's just people were like, same, like what's up with Pop Mart, like how come they're not releasing it, like I feel you, girl, let me know when it happens. And I was just kind of like, I was doing it for myself, but I had a purpose because other people were like, yeah, like sharing the frustration and stuff. And then I was like, okay, well, and then around like December, my boyfriend had bought me like the huge like Labubu, which is called Zmomo, like the Angel in the Clouds, which is the white one. And I posted that, and that went mega viral. It was like
no one really had it.
Nobody had it at the time. And I mean, there were some like other people, like I've seen there's like some New York creators who were like unboxing it, but then
like
my
in the
video
foodie community, like here, Nina was definitely the first.
My video concept was more like, oh, my boyfriend like got me this Zmomo, and then it was just my reaction, like, oh my God, he got, like, I filmed him giving it to me, and then me giving it to myself and opening it and just like dancing around, and then and that went like super viral. And I think it was like early like December that had happened. And then afterwards, like maybe it's also, what is it called, like when it's not like blindness, but it's like you become aware because you relate to it. Like, you know how when you buy a new car and then you start seeing that same car everywhere or something.
I forgot what it's called.
Yeah,
but I know what you mean.
But that concept, I don't know if that was what it was for me, but I noticed like more people like getting like Labubus, and then Also getting into like Zmomo, because I don't think people knew who Zmomo was, because it's the bigger version of Labubu and he's like the leader and whatever. And also at the time, I did like a video right after that where I was like, one of my friends like Amy, she told me like, oh, are you gonna you should dress up your like Labubu. And then I was like, okay, you know what, I will. And then I took
or I told you to take it,
and you told me to take him to Zara.
Yeah,
and so I combined those ideas and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go. And then I went to Zara like the day after or 2 days after I got the Zmomo, and then dressed him up. And then I was like, why don't I just do this for all my like Labubus? So I bought a ton of stuff, and then I started dressing up my Labubus, and then trying to make like a video like starting in like January, a little bit more frequently. And then I feel like I started, like, I think people started associating me with like Labubus because I was trying to do this. And I was just like, you know what? For me, I wanted to do it because I wanted a refresher than just posting like food all the time. And then I was like, I'm telling you, I love Labubu so much, and I love that so many people are into Labubus now. But I just wanted to like post about it because I was like, I think these are so funny. They're so cute. And then I like dressing them up, and I was like, why not I dress it up myself and show you guys too. So yeah, and then I've just been sharing like my experiences with Labubus, and I feel like people are now like associating it with me, and they're like, oh, like, where's your big Zmomo? Like, oh my
people
gosh.
recognize you as the Labubu girl.
And I love it too, because everyone's like, now I'm starting to see a lot of people like foodies too, like doing unboxings on their like channel and or on their like page and stuff, and it's like fun, right? It's like, it's cool. So for me at least, I think it's a good divvy up than just seeing food all the time. And I like seeing like people in their content too. So when people like do unboxings, like, it's kind of fun to like see their reaction. Yeah, so really that's what like I like, and that's the type of content that I like would resonate, and I feel like that's good like influence, you know. Like, I don't mind when people are like doing like the same like thing like because of certain circumstances, but it's when I see people like enjoying it, and I'm like, okay, that's when you're doing it for the right reason.
But I mean, maybe tell them about how you've noticed some people who are like not into Labubus, but they've seen your things go mega viral, and then all of a sudden now they're posting content that just like
I've
looks
had
like yours.
Yeah, the ones where I'm like, even for myself, I thought Labubus were ugly, but I think they're cute now. But it's because they like, I feel like when I observe people and then they have like a change of heart, you can actually see it, versus people who are like, oh, like that went like super viral. Like, oh, I don't know why this is going so viral. Like, I'm so surprised that this got this amount, but you already have the post, you know? Like, that's when I'm like, okay, I don't think you were getting it because you wanted it. Like you were enjoying, you were excited.
Yeah,
and you were
not actually excited about it. You don't think it's cute. You're just doing it. Yeah, because you know the engagement it might bring to your content.
And it was just it's a little
for the wrong reason.
Yeah, and like I said, if you're just like, oh my gosh, this is so cute. Like, I saw everyone else have one, and now like it made me want one. Like, that's, I think, is a good reaction. But if it's like you're posting like, oh my gosh, I just did this like post about Labubus. I don't know why it's like going viral. Like, why is it like, oh my gosh, now it's at this amount of like views? Like, that's where I don't know if that's really the intention that I would be like going for. Again, like, if you were really like genuine about like, oh, these things are so cute, and like being a fan, you know, that would,
but it's the fact that they made it clear like they don't understand the hype, or like they've told you themselves, like,
and I don't mind if you guys don't like Labubus. Like, it's okay, don't worry, I'm not offended if you don't like them or whatever,
but don't pass it off as like you love them when we know in fact that you're just doing it for the
like,
views.
oh, like you don't like get it, you know, like they're like, oh, I don't get it, or you kind of like think it's weird. It's kind of like let's say that you had like a hobby, right, and then people were basically talking down on you for like having that enjoyment.
You know?
So I don't know if that's like I don't feel like I'm that type of person who would like crap on someone's like likes or hobbies and whatnot.
Yeah.
And then even like your way of life too, you know, like if you have a type of way, I think the world would be more at peace if people were just more accepting towards each other.
Yes, I agree. Like,
Yeah, but I was sorry, this random like thought just came into my mind, but I think I mentioned about like one of my friends before that I was friends with, but they were like vegetarian.
Oh yes.
Did I talk about this on the
feel like
podcast?
I don't know if you've talked about it on the podcast.
Yeah,
but
I just had a friend who was like vegetarian, and she would literally crap on me like eating food that had meat in it, and I was like, I don't crap on you for eating like lettuce, you know?
Yeah. Like why can't we just respect that everyone has
a different way of life?
Different way of life, you know, different beliefs, different likings. But don't shove like what you believe down someone's throat or something.
Yeah, and I'm like, that's when you will really not get people like listening to you. But
that's how you don't become an influencer.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And then like, Eve, I hope that she doesn't see this. I don't think she would. Yeah. But anyways, like, yeah. And it's funny enough, that friend who I'm talking about, she basically like talked down on me about, like at the time, like about having like a food blog. It's not a real time like or it's not a real like career or whatever, but it's for my enjoyment, you know.
Yeah, it was like Nina's hobby, and she was just like kind of stomping on.
Yeah, like, and then like Nina's for me, I was taking it seriously because I was editing. I was like doing the like even starting my social media like management stuff, and then just like trying to consistently post, negotiate, whatever on my own. And then they just didn't think it was like a legit thing. And it's so wild because we had that friendship breakup. And then like maybe a year or two later, I noticed that she had also started like I guess a student creator.
Like basically she started a creator account now.
Yeah, but about talking about like, her life in school and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I was like, that's
like a little hypocritical.
Yeah.
Because of all the stuff she would say to put Nina down about her like social media content creation journey. And then now she's doing it, and it's like, what's that say about her, you know?
I this is someone that I would never have thought would have started like a creator account or just like even thought of themselves as a creator, just because of like the interactions that like we've had about like me and whatnot. But yeah, I was just like, that's another example of copying, copying basically. And then it's funny because when Tiff and I did like our first photo shoot, we actually ran into her. So Tiff saw who this person was, and then that person, she basically like,
she approached Nina.
Yeah, and she was the one who broke up the friendship with me. So then I was surprised that she came up to me. Yeah, because I was like, if anything, like it seemed like I guess maybe the ball was in her court because she was the one who cut it off, and I was just like, okay. And then yeah, but then still I was like a little surprised.
I wonder if it's because deep down she always like envied you and was like insecure about it, and then in order to make herself feel like a bigger person, she would try to make you feel smaller. Because you know how they always say like hurt people. Like if you're a happy person, you're gonna support your friends no matter like what their endeavors are.
Yeah,
things like
you've
that.
said that too.
Yeah, so that's, I mean, because
it's true though.
It's true though, because I feel like when I was younger and I was like hurt or jealous, I would just like be kind of like jealous. But like growing up, you kind of like, I think I've like really achieved like true happiness, and because of that, I'm always like so supportive of my friends. I'm like genuinely so happy for them. So I wonder if like that's the case for her, because I get it though, like when you're young, like everyone's gonna be jealous of someone at some point, but then your frontal lobe develops when you're older, and then
I mean I hope it develops.
Hopefully it developed for her.
Yeah, but I don't know, like we're the same age, so
that's true.
But yeah, I feel like I said, if it's for like the right reasons, like that's like completely okay. Like so I have this is another back on the Lububu stuff. So I have a friend, his name is Vic, and goes by I'm the Catalyst. on they make a lot of like Disney content,
Oh,
but
okay.
Vic had like this Labubu, also same Labubu, brought a stroller into Disneyland. Yeah, and had like Zimomo like come in, and I'm like, that's literally so cute.
That
And
is
Vic was one of the
adorable.
first, was also one of the like, I guess posted after me, but one's the first people who had like a Zimomo that I had seen, and I was like, that is sick. That's cool. So I do like enjoy when people are like, again, here for the right reasons
Yeah.
and whatever. But yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, so it's just
I know.
interesting. Oh yeah, also this is so weird. There's this one creator, like I'm on horoscope TikTok again, but there's this one particular person that I feel like I keep seeing on my For You page, and the TikToks are like, people are noticing you. People are watching you. Like, and then it has like a reading about it. And not in like
Is it
a
like those tarot readings?
like a tarot talk.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. He goes by Kostin.
Let me see.
Yeah. Or this guy. Yeah, this
I
is
haven't seen him before.
yeah, and then like the ones that I keep seeing is like, what is the current gossip on you? And then it's like, what is currently coming or what are people currently saying behind your back, or what are people like noticing about you? What is like and I'm just like, people are watching me.
People are always watching you, though.
Yeah.
Your haters are always watching you
Yeah.
closely. That's what I've.
Well, maybe they're not haters.
Realize.
I could see them also just being like, what are they gonna do next? Which is like, it's a pleasure to to lead and pave the way. No, I'm kidding. But
Yeah, that's why you're an influencer.
yeah, but it's funny because I don't know if you guys know my like, I have a fear a little bit of people like stalking me in a way. But I remember like during my our birthday party, and then I had this whole like,
Oh,
yeah, I was like a little like drunk, I will say. And then I was like crying because my boyfriend got me a Switch for like my birthday. And then because I really wanted to play Animal Crossing. And he got me that. And then I think he was programming it. And then he programmed it with my name. And
but
then
he didn't tell me.
but
that.
he didn't tell me that he was setting it up, or
Yeah.
I was just not like paying attention. And then when he was like, okay, you play the game now, try it, look at what's
open
happening.
it, like, open
yeah,
it.
and then first thing, hi Nina, and I'm like, what the heck? Like, why does it know my
'Cause
name?
It was like, did it come out of a box?
I mean, like, I guess, yeah, it's a new
Yeah,
one.
it's like a new one that came out of the box. So Nina
Yeah.
just assumed like it's from like the store and stuff.
Yeah. And then I was like, why does it know my name? Like, and she's like, hi Nina, how are you? Like, Nina, this is, and I'm
And
just
then
like,
Nina got scared.
and I was just like crying, and I was like, oh my god, why does it know me? Who programmed this? Who's stalking me? And then I know that they were trying to explain to me that that my boyfriend was setting it up, but I just could not have that registered in my brain.
Yeah. It was kind of funny though.
Yeah, it's like good fun. It's all for like fun and laughs. But
Yeah.
in the moment, I was like having a meltdown because I was like, why does it know me? But yeah, I have this weird fear of people like stalking me. But again, obviously, if you are like a fan or like influenced by someone, or you're just part of the community, that's different. Because you're just like, oh, like, yeah, I love like seeing what you do, blah blah. But then if it's like, I want to know your every move, like, that's creepy to me. So that's like
But
one of my
isn't it
fears.
crazy? Because there are people who are watching our every move.
Yeah, there could.
We just
be.
don't know who you guys are.
Yeah. So.
Why don't you drop a comment?
What? Oh my God! No.
Reveal yourselves.
We're coming after you. Not me though. I will send my boyfriend to come at you. Yeah, no, that would be a little creepy. But it's all in good measure though. Like, if there's people, I love like talking to people who are like, who come up and then they're like, oh, like, even if there's a lot of times I will say people will come up to me, and if they're just like a normal like person and not like a creator, that they probably don't know my name, which is fine. They're
Yeah.
probably like, oh, do you do food? That's very common. Like, they'll come up to me and they're like, are you from San Diego? And then I'll just say
Yeah.
yes. Or like they're like, oh, do you do like food
reviews? Yeah.
content? Yeah, that's always like kind of the question. And I love still like talking to people, and I'm like, oh yeah, like I do food. Like I like to eat food, and I'm like I ask like their name and stuff.
Yeah.
So I think it's always like a nice conversation because I like learning about what kind of food that you guys like, or what if there was like something that you had gone to something that I had reviewed, then I'm like, okay, did you actually like the place? Like, what did you
Yeah.
get? Like, I like having those conversations. But yeah, I feel like I think I feel that especially when I'm in San Diego, where we went to this like one event, like me, my boyfriend, and then like my friend Bryce and Carl, and we were at this event, and then I felt like people were like looking at me, you know, like, and not that's
Yeah.
not like sounding. I'm not trying to sound like
Well, I mean,
self-centered or
because
anything.
they literally approach.
Yeah,
you.
but it's kind of like don't
She got
fear.
approached 5 times.
Don't
by
fear
different
about
people.
coming up to me, because I feel like if you come up to me and then you're like, oh hey, like I will
Engage,
gladly.
yeah.
But then if you're kind of just like I think it's a little weird. Not gonna lie, when you're just like
hovering.
you're just
They're
yeah.
just hovering.
If you're hovering and then you're kind of like I don't know about you guys, but if you had someone just going like that,
Staring you up and down,
but then
from
not come
afar.
up to you, I would feel
What
like
if they're
something's on my
just
face.
nervous?
I would feel like something's on my face, or I would. But then a lot of times they're not kind of like they're not smiling either, you know.
Oh, then that's a little scary.
Yeah. If they're not smiling, if they're just like if someone's going like, oh my god, like I feel like I would know that, oh, maybe someone's nervous. But then if you're just like
Yeah, that
you're
would come
not
off as
smiling,
creepy.
yeah, I would say like if it's me, if you're thinking in my brain and someone looking at me like that, I'm like, oh, I don't know. Why is that person staring at me? Is there something on my face? So
Yeah.
like I would say coming up would clear things up a lot more. But yeah, it's funny because at that event people were like, oh yeah, you do food, like and then there was this one guy that I actually met, and then he was like, you do food, right? And then like, you do food reviews, and I was like, yeah. And he's like, yeah, like I actually work for Barstool, like
Yeah, that was cool.
yeah. And then I was just like, oh, that's awesome, like that's like really cool, like. And then we just talked about the event, but then I didn't even get his name, funny enough. Like sometimes I don't think that far.
Let's
like
get Nina on Barstool.
nah, it's okay. Like Barstool, sure, but yeah, it's just funny because like whoever you meet, it's like a really cool like interaction. But it's funny because I think in the reverse too, when I feel like I see someone that I'm like, oh my god, they're so cool. I think my reaction's like, oh my god, like I think
I get a little awkward too. I feel
But-
like I've noticed I get a little awkward, and then I'm like, and then after the interaction, I'm like, dang
That was
it,
cool.
I was so awkward.
But Tiff is a little bit better at approaching someone who is like
Yes.
famous. We've had it where we like there's been like a
Lana Condor.
yeah.
Yeah, I think, and I can read the room too, because sometimes like content creators, bigger content creators, or like celebrities, I kind of gauge the aura around them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, if they want to, if I feel like they'll be nice, then
Mm-hmm.
I'll maybe approach them and just be like, just want to let you know, like, I'm a huge fan, love
Yeah.
your work, love your content.
Mm-hmm.
But then if I get like the vibe that they probably don't want to be approached, I'll like hang back, like,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you know, I don't need to go up to them. It's just cool, and I want them to, because I think it's great when like if people were to come up to me and be like, I love your work, I'd be so flattered. You
Yeah,
know?
no, it's really
So that's
like
what I'm trying
nice.
to like gauge. Like, I feel like it would make their day, but
Mm.
then if I also feel like they're annoyed or like they're just not in the mood, then I'm not gonna like push it. You know?
Yeah, and I guess like the bigger you are, the more people probably come up to you. So I can also gauge when someone might be tired of it. Like sometimes when I
Yeah.
see like the K-pop stars too, like they get swarmed like from people, but usually most of the time they're really nice.
Oh, another story. When I was at the airport for my 7-hour layover,
Mm-hmm.
there was like, I was just standing next to an elevator and I looked awful. Like, I looked crusty AF. And I was so tired. And I was just trying to, almost on Google Maps, trying to see where the spa was, right, in this airport. a group of like K-pop girls walked by me, and I was like looking at them and I was smiling, but it was like a huge swarm of paparazzi following them from
Whoa.
behind. And at first I was like confused because I'm like, how are these paparazzis inside the airport, like past security?
Yeah.
And then the girls smiled at me, and then they turned the corner and took the elevator. But a lot of the followers are like, oh my God, she waved, she smiled, da, 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 da. No idea who these girls are.
Aw,
And I like
man.
took a quick video. You can't really see all of them, but I sent it to some of my friends who might know, like who follow K-pop. They have no idea. So
You should send it to Fook. I feel like Fook
Fook
would
would
kinda
know. Okay.
Yeah.
Fook will help me out. But yeah, so I had like the best view, the best, like they like literally walked right
Wow.
past me. So if I was a paparazzi, I would have gotten the shot. The best shot of all the girls smiling, waving, because I was
Yeah.
literally right in front of them and everyone
That's
else
so
was
cool.
trailing behind them and they were walking
Wow.
towards me.
That's cool.
But I was also like sleep deprived and I was like, what is going on? Like,
yeah, I feel like if I K-pop stars, I would be like, oh my gosh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
But you know, when they're like creators, I feel like it's a little bit easier to come up to them. But if they're like sworn like paparazzi and stuff, I'm just like, oh my God, I don't want to bother them. But
Yeah, I don't
that's
wanna bother
cool.
them.
Yeah.
Really, I think approaching a celebrity is actually easier than approaching a content
Really?
creator.
Really?
Because celebrities, I feel like, first of all, celebrities have had media training
True.
more so. And second
That's
of all,
true.
I feel like they go into this kind of expecting like, or knowing like this is what they signed up for.
True.
But
that's
content creators different because sometimes you just blow up overnight
Mm-hmm.
and maybe you necessarily didn't want this life, or like
Mm-hmm.
you're not really media trained, or you haven't been in the business for very long. And sometimes I feel like they act not as great
Yeah, yeah.
because they also let the fame get
To
their
them. Yeah,
head.
I've had those like interactions. Like there was quick story, like there was this one event, you know Blogilates, like Casey.
Oh, yes, I
She's
love
so, oh my God, she is
her.
so nice. Literally her and her sister are like
I
so
always
nice.
do their workouts. Like
Yeah.
during COVID, I was always doing their workouts.
Yeah, and before like Blogilates, like Casey, she did like those calendars.
Yes,
with
I
the
always
challenges.
followed the calendar.
Yeah, but anyways, like she had this one event a few years ago called Puppies and Planks, where people could
Yes.
bring their dogs and then work out with them, and they had a whole like fitness class. This was at the LA Historic Park.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was cool because I actually saw like JK Films, and I was like such a big fan
Yeah.
of like Bart and Geo and that whole crew. And then there was this one creator, I won't again say names, but this creator was super popular too before. Like they're just also known like on YouTube and for like making videos and whatever. And the interaction was, everyone was so nice. That's why I always thought like all the interactions, everyone was so nice, and I thought coming up to this person, they would be really nice. But when I had come and approached them, they were like, I was like, oh, like I love like your videos and I love like your couple content. Like, would it be okay if I like got a picture with you? And then no smile, like here, get my phone, like pretend you were me. Like, and then give it to one of their friends to like take a picture.
heck?
Yeah. And then I was kind of
This
like,
is one person out of the couple, or
I didn't see the other
who is
person.
this?
Here, I will write. I will write it.
Or whisper it in my ear.
Oh.
Who?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm shocked.
Not nice at all, literally. And then I was like just trying to like at least move on, and I'm like, oh, it's great saying, did you have fun, whatever. Really no comment or anything, like pretty dismissive. And then I was looking on Reddit and stuff like after that, and I saw that a lot of people had similar interactions with this like YouTube like creator, and it was always like not a good experience, and it was always like a stuck up personality. Yeah, and you'd think because they're like content, they're always like so happy and so
Yeah.
like pip and stuff. Hopefully other creators in the future, when, and when you like blow up, that you will still remember the people who like brought you and supported you, because it's always nice, right? And like you have a community. But
yeah, they always say like don't meet your idols because you're gonna be disappointed. But that can be a different episode.
Yeah, seriously.
Because I'm sure we've met people that we had awkward interactions with, and you would never expect because of how they present themselves online.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, anyways, that's some tea. But yeah, like hopefully you guys don't search up who we're talking about. But anyways, thanks for watching. You can find us at Just One by Pod on Instagram and TikTok.
And we release new episodes every Tuesday on YouTube and Spotify.
Yeah, and you can follow us too.
Oh yeah, follow us.
Actually, don't tell them because then they might find us.
Oh yeah.
Not this episode. Okay, well, we'll see you guys next time. Bye.